Hello out there, my name is Milesy and welcome to another supply haul. Yeah, that's right, we have more stuff back here. This is actually a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. And I know that next week's is going to be absolutely enormous. Some of these might seem a little bit odd when I show you what they are, but I promise they will make sense. I hope. But let's take a look right here on top. We have got some Dugato art markers. Now, if that brand looks familiar, it's because a few weeks ago, we looked at some of their paints and I've had the chance to play with those paints a little bit. You might have already seen some stuff with them. I don't know at this point if there will be a proper review of them. I did really like those though, so I figured I will try out their markers and see what they have for me here. And once again, I'm stalling because this is very loud and difficult to get into. So they come with this really nice vinyl case, nylon case, whatever you want to call it. Let's open it up. The zipper feels very flimsy. Okay, and as is common with art markers, they got a little bit fussy, but that's okay. They are all numbered on the top. They're not going to match anyone else's number system. They are just going to have their own. We do have one colorless blender. I realize that is overexposed, but that's fine. So they've got a fine tip on one side, and they've got the chisel tip on the other. And I dropped the cap. But I really like these kind of, I've been enjoying these kind of like just cheapy little markers that I've been getting on Amazon. I've been getting them for a while. I haven't really talked too much about them on this channel. Anybody who knows me and has seen my art style is probably aware that I don't do things quote-unquote properly. I kind of go my own way with a lot of this stuff. That's why it's weird, because there's one more marker in the package than can fit. Okay, so I showed you at the beginning part of them were all like really funky. It's because 61 is probably a prime number and therefore cannot fit in this. So there we go. I'm going to just do that. But yeah, like I've been really enjoying them because I don't use them quote unquote properly, but I'm trying to build up a really nice big selection of markers so that I can get back into them, because I don't blend that much is the thing. I kind of, no matter what style of art I'm doing a lot of cell shading. Like even with those paints here, just a little thing. One of the things that I've done with those paints so far from the same brand, the Dugato ones, I haven't had the chance yet to come up with anything I like for the watercolors, but those acrylic paints were really nice. So I have high hopes for their markers. Pretty much as far as I am concerned with markers, I'm very big, I've said this before, that the tools you use, like 80% of it doesn't matter. You will want certain things to be nice. And what I have found with markers is that as long as they're alcohol based, you can learn how to use art markers. You don't need to get Pro Markers or Copic or whatever the big brands are. Not Prismacolor anymore. Prismacolor used to be the big brand. And I just noticed I'm having an issue with my audio. Okay, that might be better. I didn't have a noise gate or a limiter on there. I apologize. But yeah, I have noticed that as long as they're alcohol based, it's not, I still don't like it. It's not going to make that much of a difference. Once you really get comfortable and you really start to learn what you're doing, then you want to start to graduate up to the expensive pro versions, the brands like that, because it does make a difference. But when you're learning, it doesn't make enough of a difference to really matter. So I do like cheap art supplies, especially if you're just starting out. And another reason why I really like cheap art supplies is because when you're just learning and you are spending $5 per marker, it kind of gives you this, for a lot of people, it will give this really crippling fear where this is so expensive, I don't want to waste it. And that's something we do see in the Discord every now and then, where someone will get a really nice floss or a really nice piece of fabric and they don't want to quote unquote waste it. So cheap art supplies, if you're learning how to go, is absolutely the way. So I'm really looking forward to trying out these markers. Next, now this is the one that might seem kind of weird, because I have got myself an industrial heat gun. Now, what on earth am I doing with this? Let's see. I just noticed, too, that that's got my address on it, but that's fine. You didn't see that. You saw the front. So let's take a look at it, and then I'll show you, or I'll tell you what I plan on doing with it. And we've got some instructions, some safety warnings, a warranty card. Ugh. We've got a couple of nozzles, and I'll take a look at those in a minute. Ugh. And honestly, this is, get out of my face, entirely the reason why I picked it. There were several options available, and the reason why this one is because it's green. It's a 2-setting heat gun, so it's got like hot and stupidly hot. It feels nice and hefty. It's got a really nice big cord. It's not grounded. That surprises me. I thought something this powerful would need to be grounded. Let's also take a look at these. Some of them I know I'm not going to need. Eek. Okay, so this is basically the jet nozzle. So if you need a concentrated blast of air, this is literally what makes a jet engine work, just in a very, very simplified fashion. So you take it, you put it on the front of this. I assume there's a place somewhere where they hook on. Oh no, it doesn't. It's just, okay. And that will just concentrate the air and give you a stronger puff. Might want that one. This one's for melting PVC pipes. Don't need that one. This one too, similar kind of thing. It's for, bending and melting things. And then this is another nozzle that will concentrate the blast of air. And again, they just, in theory, yep, slot right on there. And there you go. So I don't know which of these two I'm going to be using. Might not be using any of them. It's going to take some trial and error. Now, this is something that I bought with my own money. Nobody sent me this. So why did I buy this? Because I've done a video on dyeing floss already. For those of you who don't know the history of that video, it was the very first one I ever filmed on this channel, and it was so bad I took it off. But I recently redid it. We had a lot of fun. A lot of people really liked it, and now I want to already revisit it because there's one thing I didn't get to with it, and that was keeping deliberate spots of white. Like, there are some of the flosses that I used to have that would have like very big chunks of white, and you can't do that very easily unless you have some concentrated heat, because if you put it in the microwave and you don't sit there and control everything about it, you're going to lose your white. And also, this will make it very easy to do colors like Bifrost again. So the way I used to do Bifrost and the ones with the white ruined my iron, which is why I didn't want to show you guys doing it that way. That did not seem like something that I was comfortable showing. Here's a tutorial on how to destroy your iron. Let's not do that. But yeah, basically the way you do it is you put your floss down on a surface and then you apply heat to it on the surface. So I'll show you guys a more in-depth way for doing that. And to do that, I needed a heat gun. So now I have one, and it matches my room. And we're really going to take a look at that later on. Please get out of my way. This one, I don't know why I got this one. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I got one of those acrylic pour sets. because that's becoming really popular lately, and it's something that I wanted to kind of learn how to do. I kind of had an idea about how it worked, but I thought getting a set for it would be a lot safer than trying to do it on my own, because this way I have someone like holding my hand and babysitting me, and I can see with my own eyes how it works. So what do we have here? We have 4 shades of paint. Shake before use. Let the active molecules in the pigment be fully fused. Okay, that made more sense than I expected it to going in. So we've got these, some blues and some teal and some white. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, honestly. But yeah, there we go. It also, oh my god, it comes with glitter. My poor craft room comes with glitter. It comes with some very cheap stir sticks, gloves, and then it gives me 2 paper cups. So it does seem to have everything that you need. It also has, oh, neat. It's got 2 canvases. So that'll be cool. You can make yourself some matching art. Put that back in there. Keep it all in one place. So what I suspect is that, yeah, this is pre-mixed with the flow medium that you use, because I know that when you're, yeah, that looks really watery. I can see that in the tube. I know that when you do acrylic pour, you don't just use your paint straight out of the tube. You need to mix it with something first. So apparently this takes that out of the equation, and it has pre-mixed the medium. So I think I also know what type of medium you use. But, you know, that'll be fun. We might do that on a stream one of these days. See how that goes. Absolutely destroy my poor craft room. As if it hasn't already been, that'll definitely be something we do back there on that table once it gets figured out. Then we have some watercolor paper. Some cold press watercolor paper. I've never used this brand before. 35 sheets, 140 pound. Okay, this is enormous. It's 9 by 12, so it won't fit in my printer, but it will be easier to make fit into my printer. Let me just try to boop. Nope, didn't quite catch it. Boop. One more. Boop. There we go. So let's pull into it and see what this looks like. I'm still trying to find a good way to film these. I kind of like using my desk. I kind of didn't. Jeez, they're double wrapped. Of course they are. So, we've got more plastic to deal with. Okay. Let me in. So there we go. That is the paper. Let's open it up, see what it's like. Immediately it broke the spine, but that's fine. This isn't meant to be a workbook. You're meant to be able to pull these off. This is very smooth. Very, very smooth. Very thick. I'm a little bit worried about putting this through my printer. But I'm also really curious to see how this is. I know things aren't really too much on screen. Try to hold them up a little bit better. This isn't the best way to film these, I don't think. Might move to that thing going forward. But yeah, like, I'm really looking forward to this. It has a nice feel to it. You got lots of pages. How many pages? I've already forgotten. 35 sheets. So I've got 70 sheets of this to go through. So I have used brands I hadn't heard of before, and it's always a toss-up. This says it's ideal for watercolor, oil painting, and acrylic. Ideal for watercolor techniques, acid-free, cold press. Okay. So, we'll see how that is and how that works out. But yeah, that just gives me a nice opportunity to, again, not feel like I'm wasting what I have. So when I'm experimenting with other paints and things, there we go. I've got some nice sheets of paper that are already cut down to a usable size. And then we've got this. This is enormous. And this is the last one. This one also, I wasn't sure if I wanted to show you guys this, but why not? Okay, okay. Out of my way. Let me in. This is bigger than I thought it was going to be. So, oh my God, they gave us a bunch of them. So, I'll look at that later. This is an invitation to review. And it comes with an instructional booklet? No, it's a catalog. That makes more sense. Anyway, what have I got here? This is a, not quite what I thought it was going to be. It's got a hole there, but this is a desk easel. Ah, there we go. It's got a clamp here, and it opens. If you're stronger than I am, there we go. Now, here is something a little bit curious. On the pictures, there it goes. On the pictures, it had a little thing. And you can see where the holes, where that little thing might have gone. Oh no, here it is, I found it. Oh, it's tucked nicely on the inside. That's really cool. Let me fold that down and I'll show you. So there are these holes in here. It was tucked right up here. So there we go. It's got the little thing. That was the whole reason why I wanted this, because I put that right there now. And now, make sure it's in there snugly. And that's about as snugly as it goes, I think. But yeah, now I have got a little desk easel, which I've needed something like this for a while, especially if I am going to get back into doing art more regularly. I can't really show this off super great here. I need to be very careful not to break those pegs. Ow. But this is something I've needed for a while, because while I like the drafting table behind me, it's too high for me. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I am an absolute hobbit. And that drafting table, where's a good place for this? Right here. That drafting table is too high. If it were like 6 inches lower, it would be perfect, which is why I've set it up and just immediately piled stuff onto it. I feel really bad. But, like, I've got the other chair. It works fine with the other chair. It's way too high for this one. The problem is the other chair really hurts my hip. So, I need to, I needed to get something that I can put right here on this desk where my camera's on right now, and just, do some better work with. So, that is what we've got right there, and I'm really pleased with that already. I'm not going to completely take it apart. So a lot of this that came in today, you're not going to see a lot of reviews for. You will, however, see it get used. Oh, I didn't show you this either. It also comes with little feet protectors so that it doesn't scuff up your desk, and it's got 2 different sizes, I assume, because it's got 2 different types of feet. But yeah, you're not going to see many reviews. You are going to see it used, especially that heat gun. That heat gun I purchased with my own money to be able to do videos with it. So that is that. There were also other things that came today that just completely weren't relevant. But, yeah, very happy with that. Very happy with the other things. Really excited to try out that pour set and those markers. I think those will be really cool too. But I think next week I'm going to try to set this up on that table over there and use the webcam and try to get multiple angles, because this isn't working either. For you guys, it's been like 3 weeks. For me, it's been 3 days. This is already getting a little insane. My husband isn't sure what we're going to do with everything. I'm not sure what we're going to do with everything. But I hope you guys will enjoy whatever I decide to do with everything. Got a lot of plans for it all. A lot of plans. But it's late. Like I said, it's been 3 days for me. It's been 3 weeks for you. If you've been following the Kickstarter, to date this video, I just posted the update about an hour ago about all of the things that I have bought for the campaign, which has been a lot. I have bought a lot of things for the campaign, so I'm very tired. Spending that amount of money is weirdly exhausting. So I am going to take the rest of the night off and come back tomorrow and get back into the swing of things. So hopefully this will kind of start slowing down a little bit and I won't be filming videos every day, but it just seems a little bit easier rather than trying to film hour-long videos for all this stuff and then not being able to use it for a week. So that's what we're doing here. So hopefully things kind of start to calm down once I exhaust everything that I can pick up. But definitely going to be grabbing a whole bunch of stuff. And there's some stuff coming up, I think, next week that you guys will absolutely love. Next week is very relevant to, I think, why a lot of you guys are here. So we'll look at that next time. Also, I keep forgetting to mention that I am putting affiliate links for everything down in the description below. If you use those links, that really helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but that will give you a list of everything that you have seen in this video today, and you can go check them out and take a look at them if you want. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!